Welcome back to Movies Recapped. The part 2 begins with Lisa and Jira running away after being spotted by two men carrying a crossbow and firing arrows at them. They try to escape, but fail when Lisa stumbles up a broken tree and injures her leg. Sadly, the two get captured by the men and are brought back to Baron's slums. Following this, Baron tries to come closer to Lisa, but is stopped by Jira. At the same time, other men sitting there urge that they too must get a chance to be with Lisa as Baron is not in charge. And it is a democratic place. Rad intervenes and tells everyone that those interested must get into a slap competition and decide their fate, to which everyone agrees. Meanwhile, the councilwoman Vivian holds a meeting and announces that since it kept a primate hidden inside her house, she is sentenced to a punishment called 0 for 10 days and 9 nights. On the other hand, Lisa's Paulina, the cultural advisor of Two Hills, also gets punished for hitting an officer of the law and is released from her position later at night. Lisa sits with the slum people for dinner and asks Julius why he does not like returning to the colony. Julius replies that he hates going back to the colony because he is enjoying his time in the slums as he is allowed to experience freedom, right? Then one of the slum members states that considering Julius in to slap, they will fight for Lisa over a card game. Hearing this, Lisa gets enraged and mentions that she should be the one deciding about who she wants to be together with and that they have no right to oppress her in the next scene. Jira offers to give Lisa a tour of a new apartment, but to his dismay, she refuses to live there. She rather demands to return to the Two Hills. Jira's grandpa tells her that they have no shipment until 2 weeks. Hearing this, Lisa reluctantly asks for a separate room in which no one will disturb, and let her spend the 2 weeks in silence. Meanwhile, Baron contacts Vivian, but lies to her, telling her that he has not been able to contact her fugitives. Sometime later, Jira approaches Julius and requests him to visit Lisa and tell her some good things about the slums, and he agrees. Soon Julius arrives at Lisa's new home and starts telling her that she should consider staying. However, she tells him that they do not have any privileges in the slums that they have in Two Hills. Hearing this, Julius immediately changes his mind and suggests they run away after everyone sleeps at night. He further mentions that after reaching Two Hills, he will demand the women to forgive. Lisa outside Rad asks everyone to gather around and lures them to vote for a new constitution of the slums. Without reading, it'll add. Secretly, the constitution includes that the power of slums will be transferred to Baron. After 2 weeks, unknowingly, everyone votes in its favor. Later at night, Julius visits Lisa and offers her a drink while waiting for others to fall asleep. Suddenly, when she starts feeling dizzy, he tries to force her to have intercourse with him. Lisa opposes his request and runs away after kicking him hard in his balls. Soon Jira arrives at the room and finds Julius lying on the crying. After searching for Lisa for some time, Jira finally finds her sitting beside the fire. He approaches her and assures her that he is not trying to be intimate with her unless she wants to. Next, Jira offers her chicken legs prepared by his grandpa, and surprisingly she likes it a lot. To his good luck, Lisa agrees to have intercourse with him if it gives more pleasure than eating the chicken legs. Jira affirms the condition and mentions that they should start by kissing each other. Unfortunately, while they attempt to do so, Paulina arrives there with 2 other security women and asks them to comply with her. The scene then shifts to Jira and Lisa sitting inside a traveling machine alongside Paulina and others, discussing how they need to present themselves in front of Vivian. Right? Then one of the security women shoots Dro with a tranquilizer, putting him into a deep sleep. After arriving at Two Hills, Paulina visits Vivian and requests her to forgive her daughter and not keep her in 0. At first, Vivian refuses, but when Paulina assures her that she will bring the accused primate to the town and let her punish him in front of the people, Paulina agrees, thinking that it will aid her in the upcoming election. Later, all the women gather around their meeting place and the councilwoman announces her decision that they will execute Jira for what he did. In the next scene, Jira can be seen tied to a chair and being injected with a special kind of syringe. He is then asked for his last wish before being executed. Jira replies that his last wish is to say goodbye to Lisa. Hearing this, Lisa rushes to him and kisses him passionate. However, this only turns out to be his vision while he is inside a confinement room with advanced equipment monitoring his thoughts and fantasies. On the other hand, Lisa's cunning evil friend Tanya arrives to see Lisa and shows her Jira's vision, making her surprised. She then visits the other seed keepers and instigates them to help her get Jira out of the confinement and save him from being executed. The guys immediately agree to help. Later, Lisa, along with other seed keepers, arrive at their central place asking for Jira's freedom. Right then it's time for Jira's second dose of injection for execution. He receives the injection, and as soon as he does so, Jira starts getting some new visions of a modern world where there is zero waste. He is then transformed into a plastic bag and thrown outside to fly on his. Seeing this cruelty, the seed keepers realize how loyal and helpful Jira was to them and demand his safety and freedom. They even get into a state of boycotting the production of seed until their friend Jira is freed. Vivian arrives there and tries to prove to them that Jira is a bad primate and is no good for their civilized town, but to no avail. Defeated. She then questions everyone who will take responsibility for Jira if he does something. Lisa advances forward and mentions that she is ready to take responsibility. She also swears on an apple to certify her statement supporting her daughter's decision. Paulina also does the same. Following this, Lisa visits the execution chamber and escorts Jira out of it. She then brings him to a guest house where Jira tries to kiss her and get intimate. Lisa, however, walks away telling him that she is in no mood to be involved in all this. In the next scene, Jira remembers Lisa returning to him after the rejection and kissing him passionately. He also kisses her back and the two end up having good intercourse. Immediately after being intimate, Lisa goes to the bathroom holding a device to pleasure herself. Worried Jira follows her and apologizes for not being able to satisfy her. Just then Jira wakes up from his sleep and once again, everything is revealed to be his dream. He then freshens up and gets fascinated by the advanced technologies. Inside his room later, Lisa, along with her mother, visit Jira and inform him about how much they are struggling after bringing him to the town. They also inform him that they have managed to ask for a total of 300 social points, and that the points will be deducted every time he breaks the rules. Furthermore, Lisa tells him that if his points are reduced to 0, both of them will also be punished. However, Jira takes it lightly and gets 13 points deducted after not finishing his ordered breakfast and for using foul words. After this, Lisa takes Jira for a walk around the town where they meet Tanya. The latter proposes to play Vo. At first Lisa refuses. But when Tanya keeps on insisting, she agrees, but soon the match turns fierce and physical. Prompting Vivian to arrive there and check on the situation, the girls simply lie to her that everything is fine. On the other hand, Paulina decides to participate in the upcoming election for the position of Mother City and starts persuading the people to support her. Firstly, she visits the Seed Keepers group and lures them with gifts and a promise to make mating public after she comes to. Elsewhere, the primates face power cuts and they visit Julius in search of a potential solution. He contemplates for a while and storms outside following a bee. Later, when he arrives at a beehive, he tells the primates that they can exchange honey with electricity, with great struggle. Julius manages to collect some honey and fills it in a jar. He then takes the jar to meat. But surprisingly, instead of asking for electricity in return, he asks her to take him back to Two Hills the next day. Vivian discusses with her assistant Claudia about Paulina receiving over 5% of the Vivian will support of Two Hills. Vivian seems worried about her increasing popularity, so she Davies plans to bring her down on the other hand to make her chances secure for. Paulina brings Jira in front of other girls and praises him for his generosity. She mentions that Jira agreed to volunteer and help a dead bird's eggs hatch. At the same time, Jira receives a call informing him to turn on the screen and look for the news, and as soon as he does so, he sees Julius complaining about the ways primates live. He also blames Jira for forcefully taking him to the forest. Shocked, Jira tries to defend himself, but as a result, everyone walks away from the place, leaving him alone and upset. In the following scene, Julius is warmly welcomed back to the city after he vows to take care of the town till he is healthy. Hearing this, everyone praises his honesty while Vivian orders Lisa to serve Julius and help him get back to his original strength. Afterwards, While Lisa is massaging Julius, he reveals that everything he said previously in the gathering was fake and that he did all this under the command of Vivian. Hearing this, Lisa assures Julius that her mother can help him if he maintains his honesty. Although reluctant at first, he eventually agrees. Soon Lisa walks out of the massage room and in no time Jira arrives there. He accuses Julius of lying to the people of 2 Hell about primates and the way they treated him. However, as soon as starts, his social points start to decrease, compelling him to stop, and as soon as Julius leaves, he grabs an apple and destroys it in anger. Later when Jira returns to his apartment, along with Lisa and Paulina, he is surprised to see Vivian, Claudia, and others waiting for him to arrive there. They accuse Jira for destroying an apple as it is an insult to their society and is considered as blasphemy. The councilwoman then reduces 100 social points from his. Following this, Jira is accused of visual harassment, sexism, and many more, resulting in reducing some additional points and nullifying it to a 0. Surprisingly, while everyone prepares for Jira's execution, he receives a point from an unknown source saving his life. Seeing this, all girls in 2 Hills start to donate him points and support Jira for his volunteering act to hatch a bird's eggs. After this, Vivian and other women are compelled to leave Jira and walk out of his house. In the next scene, Jira wears some colorful clothes and walks up to Lisa. He tries to woo her and also donate her a point for her beauty. But instead of being happy, Lisa yells at him and blames him for always getting her into. She angrily asks him to keep some distance between them and storms out later. Jiro leaves the house with a letter at the entrance. After a while, he reaches the end of 2 Hills and observes a security woman guarding its boundary. Jiro waits till the hugging time cleverly steals a device to disable the boundary barrier and walks out of 2 Hills using it. The security woman notices him doing so and immediately blows a high-pitched whistle disturbing Jira. Unfortunately, when he continues to walk away, he gets hit by an incoming vehicle. On the other hand, Lisa arrives at his house and finds the letter where he has apologized to her for causing troubles and mentioned that he is leaving. The episode ends with Vivian and Claudia discussing their chances in the upcoming election and ordering Baron to bring his primates to attack 2 Hills. Subscribe to see more videos like this. Turn on the notifications and hit a like to help the channel out. Don't forget to watch the next part. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, that will be helpful for me.